I never do this, but I had to add a part 2 to this because I keep forgetting to mention this whenever I talk about food. Okay, there's a couple things actually. Do you guys remember pudding pops? I loved pudding pops. So pudding pops, do you remember them? They were like a fudgesicle kind of, except they were made out of pudding, and there was like vanilla and vanilla chocolate swirl and chocolate, and they had like a little icy coating on the outside, and then you would lick that part off, and then the pudding would be on the inside, like icy cold pudding. I was obsessed with pudding pops. Okay, so pudding pops went away, and I miss pudding pops a lot. Zima. Can we talk for a minute about Zima? I miss Zima like... I loved Zima. I was like a Zima girl. As a matter of fact, I once won a contest where I was in this bar and I was drinking so much Zima. I love it. Zima is like one of those weird drinks that like if I drink one of them, my knee, like legs feel really weird and heavy, and like if I drink like 4 or 5 of them, I can't feel my teeth. It's like super weird, and no other drink is like that for me. It's like Zima. It's just bizarre, but I miss Zima like crazy. And then there's this other thing, and I don't even know what it was called, but when I was little, and it's weird because I remember I used to always want to get these like when I would go to the store. It was this long braided piece of chocolate. It was like a braid made out of caramel covered in chocolate, and it would melt. The chocolate would melt the minute you literally opened it up. There'd be chocolate all over the inside of the wrapper. And I always seemed to pick that candy out. And so I would get in the car, and like within 5 seconds, I'd have chocolate everywhere, and my mom would be super annoyed with me. Sorry. And so, yeah, pudding pops, I wanted to talk about those, and I keep forgetting to bring them up. And then, hold on a minute, because I wrote some stuff down. Oh my God, Mallow cups. Mallow cups are like my jam. I love Mallow cups. I love them so much. And you don't see them anymore. Oh my God, you know what else I found? Where was I? I was with my mother. I think I was in Portville, actually. I was in Portville at the Dollar Tree. They had those suckers that were Smarties suckers. And I didn't know that that's who made them until I saw them with my mom. And they were like a Smartie, but as a sucker. Oh my God, I miss those. Ring Pops. Now I know they still have Ring Pops, and they're probably a major choking hazard, but like I loved Ring Pops. There are like so many foods. Remember BB Bats, the taffy suckers? I miss those. I loved those as a kid. Speaking of taffy, do you remember when you'd go to the carnival and there was always taffy? I bet half of you don't even know what taffy is. Like, look it up. It's just bizarre that there's no taffy anymore. Taffy was so good. And you'd get it, and it was like wrapped in wax paper. And then you would try really hard not to like pull your teeth out by eating it. And it was so delicious. So yeah, I miss those foods like a lot too. And you just don't see those foods anymore, like at all. I was trying to think of some other ones, but I don't like them, but like pickled eggs, I know those were like a thing when I was little. Like every time you went to a bar, like remember I grew up by the bar, and I would always go there on my paper route. There was always a huge jar of pickled eggs. You don't see that as much anymore, I don't think. I know in other places there's like a big jar of pickles, like dill pickles, and I don't like dill pickles. As a matter of fact, like I only like the taste of a dill pickle after it's gone. So like if I get a cheeseburger, I pull off the dill pickle and I give it to someone else. But I do like that slight taste of dill pickle as I eat my cheeseburger. So yeah, so those things you just don't, I don't know, you don't see them anymore. And I wonder now, because of like how the whole world is sort of changing because of this virus and stuff, I bet you like they won't even have that stuff in bars anymore. They probably won't have like a community jar where you can just like reach in and get a pickle, like the good old days, like when germs didn't really matter. Speaking of germs, this morning when I woke up, my left eye was like super irritated, and I instantly got so scared that I had like pink eye. So like I'm afraid of only like a couple of things in the whole wide world. Like I'm pretty brave about most stuff. Most things I'm pretty brave about. But I am not brave about spiders. But like as far as like other things, I'm pretty much not afraid of like mostly anything. I was when I was a kid. I was afraid of everything. But now I'm just not. I guess I lived through a lot. But I am terrified of pink eye because when I used to work at a bar, I was a bartender. We all got pink eye off the money. And I mean, we all got pink eye, and it was the worst. Pink eye is the worst. I am like, when the kids at school get pink eye, I instantly become like a hand washing psycho. And I'm not even a hand washing psycho now. Like, and I should be in the age of COVID, but I'm just not. I wash my hands like when I come home. I wash my hands when I need to. If I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. But like, I'm not a hand washing crazy person. And I'm not like a, what are the sanitizer? I don't use that very much either. I just don't. I use it if I go to the store and I come out of the store. Like, I use it when you're supposed to, but like, I'm not constantly putting it on. But like, at school, if a kid gets pink eye, I lose my shit big time. And I start like cleaning everything. I won't touch anything. I will like constantly hand wash. I get completely crazy because I'm so terrified of pink eye. Lice, I'm still like, I'm a hugger. I have been teaching for 22 or 23 years I've been teaching, which blows my mind because I feel like I'm 23 years old. Which is like crazy. But yeah, so if the kids get like lice, I'm still like a hugger. I mean, I put my hair up, but like, I'm not super terrified of it. If I got it, trust me, I'd probably burn my own couch in the front yard, but I'm just not that afraid of it. I am afraid of bed bugs. Like, when we have kids come in who have bed bugs, or kids who have like fleas, that I feel so bad and it makes my heart hurt. But I'm not afraid of it. I just feel sorry and sad. But when kids come in with pink eye, I lose my mind and I just start like washing everything. I just took a turn. I'm sorry. I know I was talking about food because I didn't want to forget the pudding pop thing. So yeah, the pudding pops. And there was something else. Do you remember Squirt? Like, I know it's still out there, but one of my friends from Portville wrote me in that picture I posted of like me and Kara Sakala, my little brother. He's wearing that cute hat and I'm holding a can of Squirt. He's like, oh my God, I love Squirt. And me too. My mom used to get like the liter, not a liter, whatever the skinny one is. Maybe it is liter. Yeah, she'd get like a liter bottle of Squirt and she'd be like, this is for me. Same with like a candy bar. She'd like hide it in her purse and then we'd like we'd be like, please, please. And she'd give it to us. Same with the Squirt. Like, she's like, that's mine. I only get it every now and then. It's kind of special. And then she would take like little sips of it. And we would like sneak little sips of it so the Squirt would like go away. But you don't see Squirt much anymore. And I saw a picture the other day with Tab. Remember Tab? Tab was like, I hated the taste of Tab, but I liked walking around holding the can because I thought it made me look cool. So I would drink Tab when I was little because I thought it made me look cool. Okay, so those are the other foods that I just didn't want to forget about. And sorry, this is a two-parter and it's way too long and super boring, but have a great Monday.